Hey guys, Andy Culligan, the CMO Leadfeeder here. Thanks for watching today. We have with me here Kristian Karila, who's one of our account executives here at Leadfeeder. The reason why I wanted to get Chris on was because he managed to close the biggest deal in the company's history over the past couple of weeks, which is, during these times, fantastic. But even more interesting from our side is the fact that he managed to use Leadfeeder to do so. So in the tech game, we call this eating our own dog food. And this is a perfect example of us eating our own dog food. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to Chris and he'll bring us through how he did that.
Thanks, Andy. Okay, so first of all, a fairly big enterprise account, of course. You have to do your homework before you get to work, of course. So I monitored the company throughout, made sure that I knew their current tool stack that they're using, and of course, I need to find right persons from their side that I want to discuss with the current situation. So that's actually something that I did. I'm gonna share my screen to give you some insights on what happened on the Leadfeeder side during this process. So, Andy, as you can see, we have here the intent data gathered from this certain company that has done different type of visits inside our website. So basically, I reached out to the point of contact number one around here, and after that, I could see some raising interest towards our product and the overall intent data perspective. So that's how it all started.
Okay, so I can see here, Kristian, as well, like there's a number of different people that have been looking at our website here. So for me, if we look at here for our audience that are listening today, just in terms of these numbers here, so number 13, number 15, number 16, this refers to the number of people from that specific company that have been coming to visit the site. How do you use that information to fuel some more intent for you there? What does that show you?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. For the sales side, of course, this is the intent for me that actually it could be the whole team, the marketing team or the communications team that is actually involving in this discussion inside their part. So this is something that gives me the idea that how widely the word of mouth of Leadfeeder, for example, has gone inside their company. So this is something that builds me the overall picture of the current situation, of course. So that's very important for the bigger picture.
Okay. And then afterwards, so you've gotten this information, so you understand that people have come and they've been looking at us against our competitors. They've been coming and searching for Leadfeeder directly through Google. We can see this on the 29th of November. They've been downloading some content. We've seen it on the 21st of January. So like in the lead up to the content download, how did you go about and actually find out the right person to contact?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. So I had a few prospected personas and working with different titles of seniority levels in that exact company. But after we got this, so the ABM campaign that you guys launched in the marketing side kicked off, I compared that person to the persons that I had in my account, and made the switch because this was actually spot on. And can you, Andy, a little bit elaborate what happened on the AB side at the same time?
Yeah, sure. So how we worked together with you guys from the sales org was that we took the list of companies that are currently being prospected by our outbound team. And we started targeting them on LinkedIn with content which would be applicable to the user role within those accounts. So we took two different user roles. We took a marketing role and a sales role. And we tailored two ad copies. And we used basically a very similar content stream. This particular one you can see here was the ABM handbook. So one for marketer and one for sales. And what we did was we created this account-based marketing content and then started pushing via LinkedIn. And this is exactly where this particular download came from, was from that campaign. And basically what we did was we took that list of companies and just started targeting them. That's as simple as that. It wasn't anything too overly complicated, but this obviously helped in bringing things to fruition with this deal, Chris, right?
Exactly. Because after when I saw this exact visit and this that the ABM campaign actually kicked in and helped me, I got the answer via automation to my desk that, hey, this person from your company that you'll be nurturing is basically active at the moment, and I could see that also inside Leadfeeder. And what's cool about this is that I can track down the certain people or persona after this very moment from Leadfeeder also. So I contacted her, made sure that the ABM content that we provided was great, and it actually was, thanks for our marketing. But started the process from there. So basically checked out what is their current situations regarding on the intent data side and the ABM side, and found out that this is something that they are actually developing with the high speed, and that's something what we can see from the Leadfeeder also. So backs up the story and backs up all the data that we have gathered from this side. So
and a couple of things there,
that,
Chris. So once you got that information, then you got the information to say that this person or this company had been interacting with our content. You got that directly into your email from Leadfeeder. How did you get that information?
Basically, I got a notification via email that, hey, this key account that you are working with is actually active at the moment. So I had automation that pushed information to me that this key account is actually active at the moment. So yeah, via automation.
Perfect. And during the sales cycle, then, if we scroll up a little bit, just after the 21st of January, I guess there was also, you can see there's a number of hits stop around there. Yeah, you can see there's a number of hits that have come in from direct, from Google. You can see that people, that the company themselves within the sales cycle have been very active and coming back to the site, which also gives you a good impression in terms of what you could be expecting in terms of sales cycles and whatnot based on the amended behavior in there, I guess, right?
Exactly. And also one way that I like to use Leadfeeder is that when I'm having a meeting, when I'm planning something, what's happening on their side after the meeting and all that, so I can back up my situational awareness at all times with Leadfeeder data. So that's something that I'm using a lot. What happens after meetings, after some proposals or something like that. So gives me up to date at what's happening on this certain account. So perfect. Definitely, yeah.
Every stage of the sales funnel. Okay.
Exactly.
Well, look, Kristian, I won't keep any more of your time. I want to get you out there and closing more of those big enterprise deals. But thanks for that, mate. It was really interesting to see how you use Leadfeeder and how we eat our own dog food to close those big accounts. So once again, thank you so much, Chris. And yeah, get closing.
Thank you, Andy. I will.
Cheers, mate.